Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. So today we have a good looking puzzle here. This is called Rise to the Occasion by Matt Tressel. Uh, and I don't really have much of an intro, so let's just jump into the rules of this thing. So what do we got? So we've got normal Sudoku rules apply, and all clues are standard. So every row, every column, and every 3x3 box contains digits 1 through 9 once each. We have an anti-knight, which I haven't done in a little while, I guess. So cells that are on a knight's moves apart in chess may not contain the same digit. So if we figure out what this digit is, none of these could be the same digit because there are knights move away from that digit. Then we've got killer cages. So digits in a cage must sum to the value indicated in the top left corner. So these two add up to 10, these to 6, these to 9, etc., etc. Then we've got the evens and odds. So digits in a gray square are even. So all of these are the even digits. And then digits in a gray circle are odd. So these are all odd. And that's it. 3 rules, pretty straightforward, nothing crazy going on there. But this does look like it's going to be fun. Just seems like there's some interactions here that are going to be quite lovely to get into. So let's do that. Link is in the description below. Let's get at it. So, well, there's a couple of things that are given. This has to be a 1-2. This has to be a 1-3. So let's start with that and see what happens. This 7, because we can't use the 1 and the 2, has to be 3 and 4. No other way to make a 7 that way. If we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 taken, we're going to start figuring out what some of these digits can be, because squares are even, so this can't be 2 or 4, so either 6 or 8. Now the odds, there's still quite a lot of options here, so let's try to continue along this path then. 1 and 3. It can't be 7-1. It could be 6-2. And it can't be 5-3, so it is 6-2 or 2-6, however you prefer to look at it. Can we get anything on these 5s? And we do seem to be kind of rising up here, so that would tie into the puzzle name. What about this 5? There's only 2 ways to make 5. They're from 1, 2, 3, and 4. This can't be 1 or 3. Because of our 1, 3. So this is either 2 or 4, which means this is not 2 or 4. So we get a 1 or 3 versus a 2 or 4. The problem is this 9. Or is it? Is there something about how these might work together that's going to help us reduce our 9? I'm just kind of putting some digits in here for the moment, and it seems like there's just a ton of options. Don't really like that too much. What about our even digits in these? So we got 2, 4, 6, 8. This can't be 2 or 6. Is there anything else? This 6. Well, this 6 can't be 2, 4. So that's good, because we can say we have to have 3 evens here. Therefore, this must have, or can't have 2 evens. So therefore, the only options to make 6 are 2, 4, and 5, 1. So it must be a 1, 5 pair. Obviously, you can't put 3, 3. What about this 10? Because it's going to have the same concept. We can't use 2 even digits, so 2, 8, and 6, 4 off the table. 1, 9 is also off the table. The 5 is not an issue because you can never put a 5 here. Anyway, so what are we looking at? We can't use 1, 2, 4, 6, or 8, so we have to have a 3, 7 pair. The only way to make 10 in this instance. No 9-1, no 8-2, 7-3, yes. 6-4, no. Yeah, so this is a 3-7 pair, okay? So we've got some information. There has to be a 9 down here. Is that giving us anything? Oh, we can also start thinking about anti-knight, because I got into this and I didn't even think about it. This, okay, yeah, we could have used our night clue here, but that's fine. We got to it quick enough. This can't be a 1, because it would force no 1s there. So this is 3 and 1. That 1 sees this, so this is 2 and 1. This can't be 2 anymore. This 1 sees this, so this is 3. This is 2, so this is not 2. Those don't quite see anything. 3 here gets us to the 4 and the 3. Can we keep going in this direction? One of these must be a... Nope, one of these must be a 2, and it can't be this one because of the knight's move. What about the 3s? Okay, there we go. None of these can be 3, so this is 3. That 3 sees this, that's 7 and 3. And no 3s in any of those, so one of these is... Got those. These can't be 3s. These can't be... I don't know that we're going to get much more from that. All right, so what's left here? We know we have to have 3 evens. One of these 2 is the other even digit that goes with a 9. But there doesn't seem like there's quite enough information to determine which even. We know there's not a 2 up here, but we can't rule out 4, 6, or 8 up here, which therefore means that we can't necessarily figure out where the 9 goes right off the bat. So let's look elsewhere. 1s, no 1s. Okay, so that's interesting. One of these has to be a 1, which both of those see here. So this is our 5 and our 1. We take that any further. One of these is a 1. One of these is a 1. If this was a 1, it would force an 8 in here. I don't think that's a problem in any way. Should we look at what this 9 can actually be? It's either 8, 1. It can't be 7, 2, or 6, 3, but it could be 5, 4. This is not 1, so this is not 8. Five and 4, this would be 8 and 6. 1 and 8. This would be 4 and 6. Is that the same? If this is a 4, 5, this is 8 and 6. If this is a 1, 8, this is 4 and 6. This is always 6. Is that right? I don't want to make a mistake there. If it's 1, 8, 4, 6. If it's 4, 5, 8, 6. Yeah, this is always 6 for some reason. That's kind of weird, which means this is 8. This is not 6. There's kind of an interesting little grouping there. Anyway. Now, these guys don't necessarily see anything else that I can see at the moment. Because the 6 can't get into here. We know that none of these are 6s, but what about the odds? I haven't really looked at them because there's other possibilities. I guess these can't be 1 or 3. This can't be 5. These can't be 1 or 3. Sevens and 9s, no. Where's the 8 go? I guess that's something. We just got that 8, so none of these can be 8s. Which means we have to have a 4 up here somewhere. Which means this can't be a 4, so this can't be a 5. Gives us a 4-8 pair. What else does it do for us? Well, 4s and 8s. This can't be 4 or 8 by the knight's move, so it gives us a 2-6 pair. Those are just little bits of something there. What about what this can be? It has to have a 5 in it somewhere, and this can't be a 5. So this is 1, 5, and then either 7 or 9. What about the remainder of this column? I need a 5 somewhere. It can go pretty much anywhere. The 7 has to go down here somewhere, because it can't go up in any of these. The 8's already given, then we need a 9. Now, the 9 could go here. It can't go here because it see both these, but it could also go up here. All right. Anything I'm just not seeing here? That's one of these is a 3. What else we got? One of these is a 3. Okay, that's something. Because this guy sees all of these 3 and those. That's one of those is 3, which rules out that as a 3. So this is the 3. Now, that doesn't give us a lot, but it is a digit. We're still left with whatever this could be in 3s. Or 6, 8. Okay. 5s we don't have much of, and 8s is the only other one we have something of any real value. One of these is 8. Okay. We seem like we're right on the edge of just finding this one little thing that we need to jump into this. Let's see what goes on here. We know one of these has to be a 6. And what's left is either 5, 7, or 9. Those is 6. One of these is 6. Okay. There's something here I'm just not quite seeing. And I need to see it. Oh, the 5 here. I think this is important. Because one of these has to be a 5, which means this can't be. So that's the 1, which means this is 8 and 4, and that's going to break it up in a little bit. Did any of these see anything? The answer appears to be, well, yeah, that 4 is going to put a 4 here. That's about all it did at the moment. Going back to this column, we still need 5, 7, and 9. And I think that's going to be kind of a grouping of digits we're going to have to figure out at some point, because that's what seems to be left over from all of these. Oh, this 5 has to be over here. This has to be 9. Because it can't be 7. 5 is over here, so it has to be 9. Okay, there we go. So that's 5, 7. What are these guys? Let's put them in there. 2, 3, 4, 6, and 9. That's not 4. Okay. 7s here. Do they do anything for us? Not really. What else do we still have out? It's a good question. One of these is a 4. The other one is 5, 7, or 9. Oh, it's not 9, so let's get rid of that 9. Which means this is 9. It's the only place in this row or column it can go. This is 4, 5, 7. Let's just get all that stuff there. This one is not our 7. Ooh, wrong button. So we've got that. Now we know what these have to be. They are 2, 3, and 8. Let's get rid of this stuff for now. This again is not 3. This is not 8. The 2 doesn't really seem to play a part here yet until we can figure out maybe something here. And what are these again? 1, 5, and 7? Ooh, I was on the wrong thing. Let's get rid of those. That's not a 1. The kind of interesting that these two see each other, which means these are different digits. One of them's a 5, one of them's a 7. Does that... No, this can't be 5. We already said where the 1 could and couldn't go. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if that does anything here or not. I don't see it offhand how it does. Although it doesn't really say much. Well, okay. Here's something I could have seen in an X-Wing. That 2 means there's no 2 in any of these. So one of these is 2, and one of these is 2. So none of these can be 2, which means this is 6. Which means this is 2 and 6. That means this isn't 6. So that was a little something. What does it leave these guys as? We have to have 2, 7, 8s, and 9s. This can't be 7. These can't be 9s. Don't feel that does more at the moment, though. Okay. All right, we're going to have to pick on this one to find things. That's okay. Just trying to scan to see as much as we can see. May keep falling back to some Sudoku just to kind of get an eye out there. Now this can't be a 2. The 8 sees this one. Anything else looking in here? Doesn't appear to be at the moment. Okay. Let's keep digging. Again, it looks like we have an X-Wing on 4s here and here. So none of these can be 4s. So one of these is. Does that do anything? Again, it doesn't quite look like it does, but there's definitely X-Wings popping up here. They don't seem to be massively useful at the moment. This can't be a 9. This can't be a 9. This 6 sees that. There we go. This is 9. This can't be 9, which means this is 9, which means this is 2. Here we go. This has got to be what we need. This is 2. 2s and 9s. Did they see anything down here? It doesn't look like it. The 2 has to be up here because of this 2 now. That 2 then gets rid of that. These are a 4-8 pair. What's left in the column. So keep rolling with that. There's a 7 in one of these. So one of these is 7. That creates another X-Wing, which means one of these is 7. Not great. 2, 3, the 4, no. Trying to scan through rows and columns and see where there might be an interaction with the anti-knight rule here. But I don't quite see them at the moment. The 5. No. You know the 4s and the 8s. Okay. My scanning skills need help here. We already said one of those was. None of those are. It's not, yeah, again, it's not really getting there. What else do we have? 9s, can we do anything with the 9? This one, okay, the 9. There we go. This has to be a 9. None of these can be 9s. This can't be a 9 because it would see both of these. So these are the only two options here that could be 9. And this one sees it by Sudoku and by the knight's move. So one of these two must be 9. If that's the case, this is 9. Okay. So the 9s helped out a little bit more than I thought. Oh, I just hadn't really looked at them really. So I think the and this 9 therefore comes back and sees that. So this is 9, this is 4. Get rid of those notes. We don't need them anymore. Does that open up our 4s? One of these is a 4. Don't believe so. No, it doesn't, does it? All right. Well, we are scratching, but we're going to find everything here. This is from 5, 6, and 7. There's nothing there necessarily. We worked with our 9s. I think we've done what we can on them for the moment. Yeah, because we have an X-Wing left over. Eights, I've got not enough information. 7's not enough. 6s. None of these can be so. One of these is. That can't be, that can't be. Okay, so it's another X-Wing, if we look at it close enough. One of these is 6, one of these is 6. None of these are 6s, so this is a 6. Therefore, one of these is a 6. They are really little bits and pieces, but they're kind of getting there. These can be from 4, 5, 7, and 8. I don't like any of that. Because I can't really rule any of them out. At least not to a point where I can get given digits. What about you guys? What's left here? Again, the 1, the 5, the 7. That's it, 1, 5, and 7. This is not 1. Oh, these are not 5s. Okay. Really do have to kind of pick in there to find some of these, but that's fine. That 1, 7 therefore says this is 5 and 7. One of these is a 7, so this is the 1, this is the 7. I didn't mark that one previously. These are 1, 6, 8, and 9. This can't be 1 or 9. This can't be 6 or 8. This can't be 9 or 1. So that's a 6, 8 pair, which means this is 9, this is 1. Therefore, that's not 9. Okay. Yeah, really having to kind of see all the little bits and pieces here to get these whittled down to where we can get the actual digits. Anywho, we got 4, 5, and 9. This is not, oh, this one is. Therefore, this is 4, this is 5. That gives us our 7 down here, finally. This has to be 5, so this has to be 4. This cannot be 7 or 5, so it's 6. Therefore, we have a 5, 7 pair, and we got a 5 here, so we can finish those off. 7 and 5. There we go. Now, did any of this stuff look back? It did. 6 here gives us 8 and 6. The 8 means this is an 8. This is a 2. This is a 3. And I guess we'll continue. I was looking for anything down here that these digits helped with an anti-knight rule, but they don't seem to do so. We have to have a 2 in one of these, and it's 2 C's there, so this is 2. Got to get a 1 in here somewhere. It's up in one of these 2. The other one is a 3. 3 sees that, so this is 1 and 3. Therefore, this is our 5, and we get a little snow breeze up there. We have what left? Let's look at these 2, I guess. We've got the 4, 7, and 8. This can't be 8. And this can't be 4. That didn't seem to be the thing I needed. 4, 6, and 8. That's not doing anything for us. Well, I guess we can rule out this. No, we can't. I was about to say something that wasn't correct, so I'm going to stop myself. 1s, 5s, and 7s in these 3. This can't be 1 or 5, so these 2 are 1 and 5, which means this is 7. Let's get rid of that. That 7 sees this as 5, so 1, 7. This has to be 5. This 7 gives us our 8 and our 7. These have to be 1 and 6, so therefore this is 6 and this is 1. These 2 have to be from 2 and 8. The 2 there gets us that. That's going to get down to our 7, which is going to finish all of this off, which is excellent. This is a given 8, it does appear to be. And these have to be, what, 3 and 6. So this is 3, this is 6. Hey, there we go. You saw the puzzle solution is correct. Oh, so that was fun. It definitely took a lot of nitpicking, and I don't mean that in a negative way, in finding, in some cases, X-wings, in some cases, just seeing what was left over in a certain digit, or a cell, I should say, in terms of rows and columns for Sudoku, but also integrating the anti-knight move in there. So anyway, excellent puzzle. Really enjoyed that one. It moved quite well once I found the place I needed to look at. Hope you all enjoyed that one, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.